Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new midweek update. Today it is the 18th of September. We are already halfway through the last month of Q3. Q4 is almost upon us, guys, so don't forget to strap in, hit the like button, and I would say stay tuned because we're going to talk about many different catalysts, I would say, that are going to be upon us very, very soon, or already are live. So give me one sec, guys. I need to dial down the music a little bit here. One sec. Welcome, guys. Trapping in here for Joey. I see Superzan. Fitting Crypto. Welcome, guys. Good to see you all on this beautiful Thursday. So we're going to talk first about, I would say, the rate decision. Then I'm going to go to the chart. So if anyone missed it, if anyone was living under a rock, this happened yesterday. Yesterday we had the Fed rate cut, the FOMC. You can see expectation was a new interest rate of about 4.25%. And it was also the actual outcome. So we are now living in a world that is less and less and less restrictive regarding overall monetary policy. So that's good in general for altcoins, for Bitcoin, for risky stocks as well. So in general, we're now going into the right direction regarding the macro environment. So one bullish catalyst for Bitcoin, but also for altcoins. What else do we have? Well, I want to show you quickly here the dollar. It's somewhat related. Here we do have the DXY. On the first look, it doesn't look so spectacular, but we have been going down dramatically regarding the dollar index. So anything is gaining ground on the dollar. I'm talking gold, I'm talking Bitcoin, but I'm also talking, for example, the euro. The dollar is doing bad, but it's also typically good for altcoins, for stocks, for Bitcoin. So far, a few good catalysts. What else do we have? Well, for example, I want to go back here to my Twitter account and do follow me at the Coin Baron. Yesterday or Tuesday, I was watching some football. And you can see, right, where millions trade CRO. The marketing campaign is just getting started now for CRO. So another fundamental reason why I'm so freaking bullish now on the overall future, really, of crypto, but also of, how's it called? Of the CRO fam. Mr. Superzan, welcome. Thanks for strapping in, sir. What else? What else do we have? So I was talking about this recently. I don't know if you've seen the video, but we had in 2021 a Coinbase listing. And it is my expectation that later the year, we'll see a Robinhood listing of the CRO token. I think there will be a great catalyst to potentially bring CRO to new highs. But what happened today, on the 18th of September, we had a new Coinbase listing. Another Coinbase listing for CRO. This time around, though, I made a tweet about this. It is not the typical listing. It's the perpetual trading. So futures trading for CRO live now on Coinbase. Typically, that happens before we see big moves. So far, guys, so good. Do we have more? I think we have more. But again, I want to remind you guys, welcome, strap in. These are the final days of a typical bull run. You can see that Bitcoin is heating up again. According to our graph here, or to our chart, we have about 4 more weeks left. Mentions 3 weeks. No, including this one, about 4 more weeks. Including this one, 4 more weeks before we see a potential Bitcoin all-time high. And then 5 more weeks until we get a CRO all-time high. But again, guys, that's just based on the typical cycle. It can be a bit shorter, it can be a bit longer. But I wanna warn you, don't be like Coin Baron last cycle. Last cycle was a big proponent, really, of lengthening cycles, super cycles, maybe even. I think COVID was a really strange environment in 2021. But what happened? We didn't get a lengthening cycle. We didn't get a super cycle. We had the typical good old cycle. So don't be like Coin Baron. Learn from my mistakes. And learn also from all the beautiful people in the chat today, because I'm not the only one that knows a few things. Other people in the chat here as well have done their research. Welcome. Good to see you, Grimnar. Good to see you, Johnny, as well. I see Kevin. Strapped in. Sabadovs as well. When Pump. VDG. VDG today found somebody, guys, on Instagram saying he's the coin baron. I do have all my accounts linked, I would say, I think in a link tree. If I send you ever a DM, if I ever try to sell you anything, it's not me. I'm not ever going to sell you meme coins or the coin baron coins. So if you ever get approached, if you get a DM by me, assume it's a scam. Assume it's a scam. So just a quick warning here, because I see more and more people trying to scam based on influencers. I hate the word. Super Zan, let's go. Question here by Grimnar. I'm actually using the CRO visa for literally everything. So I think it would be nice if someone, yes, you Baron, just pointed out that Cronos now living the dream Binance once lost. It is honestly quite crazy. Like the Crypto.com Visa card is the #1 crypto Visa card. And also I think still a catalyst we don't talk enough about. Like we just have a credit card. A credit card will level up, which honestly is I think the best offering you can get, like straight. Like no bank has a similar reward structure. So honestly, guys, we are retail hasn't discovered it yet, but I think it will be soon. I think soon they will start to discover something. What we call this stream, specifically Cronos A New Hope. And why is that? Well, take a look, guys. We have been forming here this pattern, I would say. Looks like a flag, but I would say it's more like a falling wedge. I would say this is a falling wedge. The good thing about a falling wedge, ladies and gentlemen, is that typically this is actually a bullish structure. We do expect after a breakout from a bullish wedge, a falling wedge, a move to the upside. I don't know exactly how. Probably not like this. But typically we do expect a breakout to the upside. It is right on the edge of breaking out of the structure. So that's why I say a new hope. That's why I say a new hope. And it's not only this chart is showing potential hopium for CRO. Also, we do have the MACD. And let me bring up that indicator. I did share this one already on Twitter, but I think it's still very much relevant. Do you see this here? Do you see this? 2 days in a row. So far, day hasn't closed yet, of course. So far, 2 days in a row, you get the light green or the light red. Meaning we're getting into a trend reversal zone. We're getting into trend reversal. It's a bit of a lagging indicator. But I think it's a good sign that we are now going up once more. And I do believe that we can easily see big pumps like all the way back in 2021. So the new hope, guys, is based on the MACD. It's based on the RSI. It's based on this structure here. I'm feeling good. And now we haven't even talked about the most bullish catalyst of them all. And we even haven't talked about that at all. One sec, guys, one sec. One sec, guys. Because that one catalyst that we haven't really talked about yet, that one catalyst, you might have heard about it today. Yesterday was a big ruling. There was a big ruling on the SEC regarding listing standards. Listing standards for the SEC. I can see here the CRO ETF will be approved. Honestly, breaking news today or yesterday even. Why is that though? Why is that? Why is the CRO ETF suddenly being approved? Well, we have a new standard really for SEC listings. Typically, the SEC has to approve an ETF. They have to look through all these different documents, read them line by line, check them out, look for the risks. Look for the risks. But this one now is a big game changer because they see so many requests for new crypto ETFs. And what they mention now is that, well, if a crypto already has been trading on a different market. Like, for example, crypto.com has also the 21 shares ETP in Europe. So that's already a market that is covering basically that CRO is a reliable source for an ETF. So now, because we have this, we can get the approval for the SEC. There's one thing though that not many people talk about. The ETF, the Canary Staked CRO ETF, is guys, how do you call that? It's staked. So while the Bitcoin ETF and also majority of ETFs are not staked, so they're just simply giving you that simple product, one-to-one Bitcoin, one-to-one Bitcoin, or one-to-one Ethereum. The CRO staked ETF does give you one-to-one CRO, but also the promise of additional interest. So that's actually quite interesting. That's really interesting. So that will mean that they will have to, I think they have to do something regarding, or where can I see it? They have to provide additional risk. It's a long read. I recommend you guys to check out Albert here on X. But in general, it's going to happen, guys. We will have the CRO ETF live, I think, before the end of the year. It's now really a question of when and not if. I think it always has been the question when, but not if. But at this point, it's now really just Canary Capital. They need to push it through. It's all that they have to do. Grimnar, thank you, Baron. I'm dead tired. Early morning. Wish you all pleasant CRO evening. Grimnar, have a good one. You have to work today, sir. Jeroen, how was your birthday? Good, sir. Thank you so much for asking. It was a good day. We had CRO above, like, what was it? Like 30 cents. So it's gone now. Like the actual pump is somewhat done. But I think we're getting ready now for that second leg up. And I think, guys, if you like the first time going to about 39 cents, I think you will like the second time even more. I think you'll like the second time even more, because I do believe we can potentially break some levels. I'm still watching about 50 cents. 50 cents is my target for the, let's say, the beginning of October. Somewhere at the beginning of October, I do believe we'll see a massive breakout. But the thing is, guys, it can go so quickly. It can go so quickly. If we take a look at, for example, CoinMarketCap, and I need to bring it up. CoinMarketCap is really showing you today that basically all the altcoins are running like crazy. You see here on the daily, 2% for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is going up. We have 3% for Ethereum, 3% for XRP. BNB today went above $1,000. Up almost 4%. Solana above 250 today, 6%. Dogecoin 6%. Cardano 7%. Tron 4%. Even Sui up 10% today, guys. And we got Avalanche plus 15%. So many tokens are showing you that typical altcoin season pump. And I'm questioning now. I do believe, I talked about this not that long ago. I talked about the phases, really, of how a typical bull market looks like. And I think I have it here. There we go. So where are we now? I said earlier, we are seeing the first switch, really, from Ethereum to large caps. I think we're now getting into that phase. I think we're now getting into phase 3, because we have seen BNB above 1,000. We've seen Solana above 250. Maybe it's a bit too early still, because XRP also needs to still make a new all-time high. And I'm also still waiting for Solana to make that new all-time high. So Solana needs to go above 300, basically. That is really important. I'm just so excited. Again, the CRO pump will not come in phase 3, or very late in phase 3. That's at least my understanding so far, because typically it's the bigger tokens first, and then we'll shift towards like top 20, top 25, top 30. Kind of depends, of course, when CRO starts the pump. But it can also go very quickly, especially if, like, tomorrow get a big release of news. We still have a few catalysts as well on that front. We have 10 more days. 10 more days for potential launch of the crypto.com stablecoin, and also for the something else, something big. I lost it, guys. I lost it. I have to take a look quickly at the roadmap. Anyways, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Strap in, of course. Are you feeling good? Like yesterday, we had the ETF, not the ETF. We had the fat rate cut. Nothing really happened, but once it started to settle in, like things started moving, and I'm very glad to see things like Bitcoin going towards 18K almost, 118K. It's honestly quite crazy. Honestly quite crazy. Andy, my favorite strap-on guy. Feeling fantastic, sir. Feeling fantastic. This is the week I unlock so I can sell the top, hopefully. Welcome, Jama. It's looking good. I'm not selling myself yet, but let's see how high it can go, of course. Let's see. Sifo, welcome from Italy. When people say super cycle, I stop listening to them. Stick to what works. Exactly, Aioli. Exactly. Aioli on Brad always works. Hey, Johnny, welcome. Fitting crypto, very bullish indeed. It's looking very good, guys. Again, we're not there yet. We're not out of the woods because we can get a rejection exactly here. So in that case, like worst case, we go down again, right? Would you imagine the pain people would experience if you go back to like 22 cents? I think many people would be getting completely desperate, but so far we're still holding on, so looking good. Looking very good. Yeah, the ETF, I don't know when it will go live. I don't know the effect exactly, but I think it could be very, very soon. And why, by the way, is the ETF basically confirmed also? Because, well, this man is saying it here, Albert, but we have to go to Chris Marzalek. He confirmed it here. If you know, you know. CRO. If you know, you know. So yeah, it will be approved, guys. It's that easy. Darren, strap in. Mr. Mitchell, welcome. Good to see you, sir. Can you measure? Let's see. It's not a typical flag. Not the typical flag, but we can try. Like if you get a breakout, it's even going towards like 60. Ah, no. That was logarithmic. Let me check, guys. Let me check. About 45. About 45. Could be potential target here. Exactly at this dotted line. I think in the past we have seen some resistance there. You can see if you go back to 2021. About at the yellow line. We had a rejection here. We had a breakdown here. And here was support. And I think you could also say that here. So I think 45 cents could be a very good target. If you want to make short-term trades, for example, on the crypto.com exchange, guys, if you are also targeting about 45 cents, I would say aim for a bit lower. Aim to sell at 44. But the question, of course, is if we are going to do anything like in 2021, it's only a short stop. It's only going to be a short stop before we start moving higher and higher and higher. So that's, of course, the big question we do have here. That's the big question. I'm just so bullish, guys. It's honestly unreal. I don't know why there are still people that are not strapped in for this. You're missing out on probably the most logical narrative that you can actually wish for. Crypto exchange tokens. It makes sense. We have seen BNB make moves. We have seen BNB above $1,000. So why can't CRO go to 1? It's so undervalued, ladies and gentlemen. We're still undervalued. We're still so undervalued here. You can see Our fair value zone is at about 40, also at about 45 cents. So very interesting level. Typically, those lines here, those thick borders, are bigger support or resistance. Hey, John, good to see you. Too many streams. Live on Wednesday, live on Thursday as well. Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a letdown. I don't know. The questions were not really spicy. The Fed rate cut was as expected, and I don't know. But looking at this now, at like the big picture of CRO, makes me incredibly bullish. Also, just take a look at where we basically went. We retested that previous high here. So from this point onward, like if we get a bounce, like zoom out again, would that make sense? I think it makes total sense. We test previous support or previous resistance, turn it into support. Guys, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I think tomorrow I will make a more detailed video about the actual ETF, because of course this is big news. If it will get listed, I think we might not see that much volume in the first weeks, but maybe we'll get a bit of a big surprise. I'm still also waiting for a few more things. Some people have been talking about this also, but we have had the roadmap. The roadmap of 2025 for crypto.com came near November. Came near the beginning of November. So do we expect a roadmap for 2025 to come from crypto.com in October or beginning of November? Could be again a great reason to pump, guys. If they give us some good surprises, some good promises, why not? Strap in for the blast off soon to the moon. Exactly, sir. I'm very ambivalent right now. Should we use September to move towards 212, or should we start now toward $2.12? I think I don't know. I'm feeling quite optimistic, Bjorn. I'm feeling quite optimistic. But again, we have to wait and see. I haven't seen a daily close. I want to see a good daily close here below these levels. We're not there yet. We're not completely out of the woods yet. So let's see. I hope we're going to get a good bounce here. That will be very bullish for me. Marius, do you think CRO will do it very late in the cycle? Will it fire very late? I do believe so, sir. Oh well, not necessarily. And can I show it to you like that? Seasonal. I want to bring up the seasonals quickly. Do you see this? These are the CRO seasonality charts. So basically year on year. And typically you see in November we start the pump. Typically in November we start the pump. So or something is completely different this cycle because we started already the pump early in September. Or we're gonna go sideways until November. But you could make, I think, the argument that from this point onward, we have a slow and steady growth until November. I think that would be the best outcome. That would be the best outcome. Yeah, we are far above our averages also regarding return on investment. So far, I don't know if you can read this, it's really small here. Year to date, so far, we're up 57%. 57% in 2025. Last year in September, we were down 20%. And the year before that, down 10% as well. So we are ahead of schedule. I think we also have that on a different chart. Or is it? I have it on a different chart as well. I don't think the CRO ETF approval is already priced in. I'm curious how it will affect the CRO price. I do believe, Zerka, that when we actually get that announcement of the ETF going live, I think that will be a bit of a surprise. So therefore, I don't think it will be a sell the news event. So to answer your question, Marius, typically I would say yes, but we already started it, so maybe no. Maybe no. It's really an anomaly what we have now. Chris started bull posting, guys. Chris is talking more about CRO than ever. More than ever. It's honestly quite a surprise. He's becoming the guy we can rally behind as a community. He's been posting about make CRO great again. He talks about True Social here. Unfortunately, this has been deleted, but he's talking about also the treasury company. It's beginning, ladies and gentlemen. It's beginning now. It's beginning. So, no, I think we can actually start moving up now. Together with the rest of the market. I think this time around, we don't have to wait for the rest of the market. We are now top 20. CRO is top 20. So therefore, we can, I think, move up together with Litecoin, with H-Bar, with Sui Avalanche, Hype. Let's see, though. Of course, guys, no financial advice. Roy, welcome. Roy AI. Procoin is saying, we go next. Exactly, sir. Exactly. Exactly. It's unbelievable. Oh, nobody talked about this, but we did have a new unlock as well. A new unlock of 1.17 or 1.16 billion CRO tokens. Did we feel it? Did we see any big crash? Did we get diluted? No, no, not anything like that. We've only been going up since the unlock. So the only thing what you could say is that we've gone up in market cap. So some people say this is true dilution. I disagree. But you can see that the market cap has been going up. And the market cap, guys, is important, but also I would say it's manipulated with most tokens. So do not pay too much attention to the market cap. Take it as one of the indicators. Take it as one of the indicators, but well, it's not a total big deal yet. Marcus, I doubt we're going to break through the next few days. I assume it will still take until mid-October. What I would like to show you though quickly though, Marcus, is that so far Bitcoin is up massively in September. We still have 12 more days. 12 more days to see how September will end. However, if it's going to end like this, and I'm not saying it is, but maybe. You can see up 8% so far in September. The last time that we had a bullish September, what happened here? So we had a bullish September. Oh, well, let's take a look at last year. We had a bullish September, then we also have a big green October, plus 10% last year. Let me make it a bit bigger. And we also had a plus 37% in November. Same thing also in the year before that. Green September, green October, green November. And also in 2016, green September, big green October, green. So here we also had a green December. Don't know if that will happen as well this year. And also the final example that we do have, green September, big green October, big green November, and also big green December. So if history is any indication, and if history will rhyme again, and we're going to close it like this, and well, what will October and November bring? I think good stuff. I think some good stuff. Hey, Sabadovs. Today is Chile. Hate to pronounce this. It's Chilean Independence Day. I hope you have a good day. Enjoy, Saba. Enjoy. What's the national drink? What do you guys drink on a day like that? If you drink at all. Jimmy is strapped in. Snaps rubber band instead. Strap in, sir. Strap in. It's looking good, guys. I can't repeat this enough. And also, while we're talking about this, you see here the monthly chart for Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance chart here, and it's incredibly bullish. It's incredibly bullish. Hey, welcome, Varys. Strap in, sir. So far, in the last 3 months, it's been going down continuously. And the last time I've seen it, like 3 months red, that was here. In the final to bring Bitcoin to the lows. And other than that, typically, when we have 3 red months, and of course, the month is not done yet, but if you get multiple months, and you can see that sometimes it starts like big. So we had 2 big candles and now maybe a smaller one. That kind of makes sense also. It's the beginning of altcoin season. Like retail is still waking up. If you ask your hairdresser, if you ask your taxi driver, hey, what do you know about Bitcoin? What do you know about Cronos? What do you know about XRP? Majority will say not much. Not much, I believe. It's not really a true retail season, but that will happen. What might be the next sell news event? I don't know. I'm not expecting any big sell the news event. Chaotic, get well. Take some rest. Away from the screens, miss. Away from the screens. Hey, Marty, good to see you. Smash that like. Guys, don't forget to smash that like. Strap in, of course, by subscribing. And, you know, send some good vibes this way. Send some good vibes. Because, again, it's not the typical crow season yet. But, if you bring up a different CRO chart, and let me do that quickly. Gold, by the way, is today going down a bit. How about the S&P? S&P set a new all-time high again. Stock market also likes this news of the Fed rate cut. So I want to show you Crow, US dollar. We're almost back on track. Do you see that here? Do you see the fractal again? We're almost back on track here with the 2021 fractal. And yeah, we had a bit of an anomaly also here because of the news, but we're back on track now. So maybe we get that one sell the news event. Who knows? Mr. Tide Tube, $2. Is it possible this year? I have one tool that I use a lot, Mr. Tide Tube. It's the rainbow chart. The bubble territory is the red zone. You can see the red zone here. And the $2 mark is right below this line here. It's right below this line here. Therefore, theoretically, there could be like a big bubble move to the upside that could bring us up to like $2. $2 will be a 10x. I think there are many tokens that will do a 10x. I don't know if Crew will be one, but I think there will be multiple 10x's in the space. So yeah, I would say it's possible. You're not watching the UCL? Are they playing now as well on Thursdays? I don't know. The new group phase is very, very confusing, Juan. It's very confusing. I was watching Thursday. And I was watching it like with yeah, I was watching it here. PSV is my club. I've been a supporter for years. Since I was a very little baron. But yeah, bad game. But yeah, this is still very bullish. Seeing that live on TV was like, hell yeah. What are you watching, Juan? Or what games are playing? Like Barcelona or any good games? Yesterday it was Real. That was good. The national drink from Chile is piscola. It's piso with Coca-Cola. Okay. I have to look up the... I know Coca-Cola, of course. But I don't know the pisco. Hey, welcome. G6. Is it Gert? Berries as well. Again, welcome. Big green candles. Audi's saying $20. I'm not saying $20, guys. I think $20 is a bit of a high target. it's above $20 is about here, so no, it's not going to happen. When people say $7, I don't see $7 happening either. In that case, we're going to overtake XRP in market cap. 50 cent is going to be 10x the floor. Going to be a lot of sell pressure on the way up. Patience is key. I don't know. I don't know if there will be actually a lot of sell pressure. I think that many people have sold at this point, like the weekends. I think honestly that the people that bought in at about 5 cents. I might be wrong, of course, Flex. I might be wrong, but if you bought here, you are definitely one of the better investors, right? You've been holding CRO, you've been taking an eye at CRO for a long time. So I don't know if they would sell at 50 cents. I think they are believers, and that could mean they are thinking about at least $1, maybe more. Also, last cycle, the low was at 3 cents. The low was at 3 cents. So okay, and that's no, we blasted through 30 cents easily after that 10x. I get your argument, but I think people will not sell that much. And also, guys, again, there is... CRO is a special token because CRO isn't traded a lot. Sometimes we have days of massive trading volumes. But typically, we don't have that much trading volume. Therefore, also, we can easily make moves like this, but also moves like this. As long as the trend is mainly to the upside, though, it's fine. Fitting crypto, I think we're heading towards the good times. Yeah, one thing, guys, again, it's we're not going to break out, it seems, today. Bitcoin had a bit of a rejection just now in this stream. We start the stream and it starts dumping. I think that's the reverse coin baron effect. I start the stream and we were like at, what was it? CRO was it like 24 cents 40? Hey, Club Crow. Good to see you, sir. Come on, do you see a little green candle? So Bitcoin might make a bit of a rebound here. It would be nice. Unfortunately, protagonist, I don't know much about IOTA. Again, we talked about it last week, and I don't think it will make such a big comeback. Don't want to be harsh, but I don't think it's the chosen one at this point. It's a 2017 token. Many 2017 tokens do not make a comeback. Hey, Zerka, when is your CRO price prediction going live? It is live, but only for members, Zerka. So, or you got to be lucky and get a membership, or you got to wait until it will be going live in October. Or if we'll see a big resurgence, really, of new people coming into the space, like let's say. The video is called like realistic price prediction, because I'm trying to be real here, guys. And every time CRO makes a move like this, I see like 20 million new YouTubers talking about CRO, saying, well, $5, $10, $20. And I'm like, no, guys, come on. It's a great token, but please keep it real. If it happens, if it goes to $5, it will be a crazy bull run. So keep the expectations realistic. Keep your, don't get your hopes up too much. So if we'll see a major run up again, I will release it a bit earlier. Otherwise, it will be in somewhere in October. Is it going to stay as members only? Yeah. So for now, it will be members only, then public in October. Do you invest in something else too? Well, I live in a house. I think that's honestly, if you're asking me what's the best investment, and I don't give any financial advice, of course, but I think honestly the best investment is first yourself. So if you still want to learn something, guys, like this is the time, like today, not tomorrow, today, because you're the most important thing. And also, if you've been avoiding the doctor or avoiding the, I don't know. Many people are avoiding for the teeth. How's the name? Not the tooth fairy, the dentist. don't avoid those, guys. It's health before wealth, and also a good place to sleep. So that's something important. What else? What else do I invest in? Crypto. I got a whole portfolio of different tokens, Pavel. So I got a video. A bit unsharp now. I got a video talking about my portfolio, so you can check out that one. It's on the channel. I think it's portfolio revealed or something like that. A 6 side. I wish I bought more at about 7 cents. I wish too, sir. I wish so too. I wish so too. Oh, you're doing a low leverage long of about 2x. I think fitting crypto, that's somewhat safe. You're playing it safe. So let's say CRO goes down to like 20 cents. I don't expect it to go down to 20 cents, but if we do, you're still safe. CRO would have to go down to like 14 cents before you get liquidated. So I think you're safe. But again, it's always a bit more risky. I've been buying CRO since 2021. But I think you should have a good bag by now. 5 cents CRO was lovely. Same as like the $5 Chainlink. Where is Chainlink these days? I think Chainlink has had a lot of good momentum. Like people saying, yeah, you can this is the new decentralized infrastructure. Okay, Chainlink is at about 25 bucks. Not bad, not bad. I find $1. I believe this year, sir. I believe this year. Personal belief. Ultra Justin, do you see us dropping down to like 212? Do you see it happen? If you take a look, Justin, again at the indicators, and we have the MACD, for example, I think it's unlikely. At this point, we are reversing, and the day hasn't closed yet, so it's a bit too premature. So let's say the day changes and we dump like 30% in the next few minutes. Like this will also go down, and we can continue to move up, because sometimes it's a fake candle. But if you see multiple, let's say if tomorrow we get another smaller light red candle, I think it's basically confirmed that we're going to head up, at least until we are going into the neutral zone again. CRO is also no longer oversold on the weekly, or overbought on the weekly, so it's looking quite good. We're rating now on this absolute breakout here. Waiting on this breakout here. Again, we could do something like this and still it would be bullish, but waiting on that breakout. CRO fam. Yes, I need to get a CRO fam emoji in here. I need to get a CRO fam. Yeah, if we go to like $20, we'll have a higher market cap than big. No, I don't think so. I think it will be like $30. I need to check. Let me give me 1 sec, guys. Market cap of. I think if we have to surpass Bitcoin, we have to grow quite a bit. So we have Bitcoin on the one hand, and we have CRO on the other. CRO. Okay. So if we're gonna take over Bitcoin, we have to grow to about like $70. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. So that's the thing, of course. When Bitcoin is going towards 100K, when Bitcoin is going towards $1 million, then we can start talking maybe about a $20 CRO. When we see $1 million Bitcoin. But before that, it's not going to happen. So I don't have the rainbow chart ready. I don't have it ready, but I think we should have to wait until like 2040 before we see like a $20 potential bubble territory for CRO. You know, Audi is saying, stay real and live, guys. Crow can go to $1 more stream. I think it can go a bit higher. I do believe so. I think it would be a shame if it would be basically bad for Crypto.com's image if it would go only to the previous all-time high. I do believe it would be in Crypto.com's best interest to bring Crow to a new all-time high. Doesn't need to be much higher, but at least a bit higher so we can keep the dream alive. Otherwise, you get a bit of an XRP scenario. And I don't know if you guys have been investing into XRP. I know a few people actually personally that have been into XRP for a long time. Have been into XRP for a long time, and XRP is not a pretty picture, guys. Not a pretty picture. Don't know if this one has XRP in the monthly. XRP has been basically been down all the time, all the years, from 2017 all the way to 2024. I don't know if I can wait that long. Wait for 7 years. Typically, in typical investments, guys, in typical investments, you wait for 30 years, maybe even. Like, hey, if you invest into the S&P 500 and you DCA in, well, you can actually wait 30 years and you might be financially free. But that's not our expectation in crypto. An expectation in crypto is 4 years. 4 years pump. Do you know any statistics on Crow owners? How many people hold? No. Not really. We can take a look at the thing about this, Bjorn. We can take a look, for example, on Ethereum. How many Ethereum holders are there, and how many Crow holders are there on Cronos EVM, Cronos POS. But the thing is that not everyone has the Crow on the blockchain, like on the actual blockchain. So it's always a bit of a guess. Always a bit of a guess. We can. It's maybe a good topic for a new video in the future. But I do believe personally the majority of people, they hold their tokens on Crypto.com and they don't move it ever. That's the majority. So we see one big wallet by Crypto.com. They hold maybe a million people, a million different people of Crow. Flexa, you're also investing time. Yes. I hope you guys are at least entertained. And I also hope you guys are not making any ridiculous decisions this cycle. I just want you guys to win. That's all I want. Like, I will be fine. Don't you worry, guys. I will be fine. I will be fine. I believe so, at least. I just want you guys to win as well. But I still, of course, also want to learn more. So if you guys have tips for me, always share those. Oh, guys, I'm so waiting now on Ethereum. I need to see Ethereum breakout. If you see Ethereum breaking out above 5,000, I'm going to get incredibly bullish. Maybe get a bit of this here. You see a bit of this. This might be the pattern we're now in. So maybe we're not going any lower, any more than 4,500 before we see that actual breakout. So that could be very bullish. And the more we touch here, the more we test 4,700, 4,800, the more likely it is we're going to see a breakout. But I haven't even talked about this yet. I haven't even talked about this. I was waiting for some more people to come in. So guys, don't forget to hit the like button because this is huge. This is absolutely huge. Today something happened that I have been talking about for some time now. We went above this white line. We went above this white line. And why is that so interesting? Well, the total free, all altcoins except for Ethereum, have broken out really of this range here. At 116 or $1.16 trillion. We have now completed this pattern here. And I think you could make the argument that this is a bit of a cup and handle. A bit of a cup and handle pattern here. But typically, once we test these levels, like here back in 2021. Oh, not there. Apology, I need to go back a bit more. I think here you can see it a bit better. So you can see here, we got the cup. And here we got the handle. But the setup is perfect. The setup is absolutely perfect. Well, technical target for the complete altcoin market except for Ethereum is basically that we will go up. This is the wrong. Oh, this is wrong. This is the logarithmic chart. I need to bring the use the not logarithmic one. Our target for this cycle is give or take doubling the total market cap. So we go from 1.16 to about $2 trillion, doubling the total altcoin market. So again, guys, in general, there will be a lot of winners, but there will also be a lot of losers. Not everything will go up 10x. Not everything. It is my expectation that because Crypto.com is linked to CRO, that CRO will remain relevant. But it might be that Shiba Inu won't be as relevant as last cycle. It might not get a 2x from the previous all-time high of SHIB. We might not see a new attempt from, I don't know, an old token. Maybe Aave is not really getting too much attention. Or maybe Polygon. Polygon was, I think, a top 10 token last cycle. Where is it now? Polygon is far, far below. Far below the previous levels. I think Polygon went to about $4 previously. For some reason, they have removed here the information. I also think like ICP will be a relic of the past. It went to about $400. Now ICP is trading at $5. This won't go up again, guys. There are winners, there are losers, and I do believe that the current top 20 might be the majority of winners. I do believe that Bitcoin Cash will fizzle out a bit more. I think also maybe Stellar. It might surprise us still, but I think it might not have the potential because it's also an old token. Stellar is also made in 2017. Did go a bit higher, created a bit of a new all-time high, but maybe it will surprise us this cycle. In general, though, I do believe that the current top 20 will be mainly winners. So maybe I'm wrong about Stellar here. Maybe Stellar will surprise me. I retract my words here. I retract my words. Oh, I had a tooth extraction yesterday. That's so painful, John. I hate needles, but I was strapped in. I think you have to be strapped in at the dentist, otherwise you might kick the dentist. Thanks, Audi. Thank you. Whoa. Original goal was about 100,000 CRO tokens, but I doubled that. I went to about 210. Crazy, sir. Yeah, that's the issue, right? At this moment, I don't think it's as good to get more CRO tokens. It's become a lot more expensive. I'm still thinking if we get one more final dip, I might be getting a bit more CRO. If you go back to 23, I'm basically going all in. I'm already all in, but I'm going to take a bit more risk there. I think 20 hours from now we'll break a 4-hour cup and handle. What are you seeing? What I don't see yet. Ah, okay. So you mean a bit like this? Yeah. If we go back up again, it'd be a potential target fitting crypto. In that case, if this is going to complete, and I think it might be the case here, looks actually quite good. Good spot. We can move up to... It's about 27 cents. That would be quite a normal move, so why not? At this moment though, guys, CRO is dumping a bit. We do see Bitcoin retracing a bit more. So I do believe that Bitcoin is making a good retrieval, good rebound here. So maybe it's looking good. We need to break about 25 cents. There are still a few guys important levels of support and resistance. We're not out of the woods yet, but I would say there's new hope. There is new hope. I was working, guys, on the thumbnail. I don't know if I'm a big Star Wars nerd, so I was working on the video poster, and I was replacing all the figures with Chris Marzalek, with Mirko, head of Cronos Labs, and I was replacing it with myself, of course. The new hope, the new generation. We can defeat the Sith, I believe. When do you think Robinhood will list CRO? I saw on a video that they have the link set up on Google for it, but it takes you to an error page on Robinhood. Yeah, that was my video. I think you're referring to that one. I think when the time is right. If you also take a look at what is listed on Robinhood, like basically all the top 20 tokens are listed, except for CRO. I think a good time would be at about 50 cents. I think then they will list it like what they did with Binance, with Coinbase. Like you see the listing here. The listing of Coinbase was at about... Okay, Coinbase listed at 25 cents. So maybe at 50 cents, I say, well, we don't want to miss out on this. We also want to get the fees that people want to get with the during the hype train. So let's say October, November timeframe. Ultra Justin began buying CRO Nitty Peak in November, but I've been able to DCA down to 9 cents. I've just had to swallow the pain and continue buying the dip. Exactly so. But I think it's, at this point, you're in profit, right? At this point, do you mean, which peak do you mean, by the way? Do you mean like the 2021 peak? Or do you mean the November 2024 peak? My withdrawals from CRO have been disabled for 15 days now. Do you mean the unstaking, Mr. Boyjoy? I want to say Boy Toy, but Mr. Boyjoy. If you do the unstaking, you have to wait for 28 days. Because on 28 days on the actual chain, but up to 36 days on the Crypto.com app. So yes, that is normal. I think crypto's done with buying for now, and I'm just trapped in and waiting. I think many people are sitting at the sidelines now. Hey, this is good news, guys. I see big moves here now for Bitcoin. This is what we need. So the thing is, guys, altcoin season is performing the best when Bitcoin is going up, but not going up as hard. So what I'm waiting for is like Bitcoin to slowly grind towards, let's say, 130. A bit like this. In that case, we might see Ethereum also making more dramatic moves. Okay, just on board at the 2024 peak. You, sir, are in profit. That's good. Good to hear. I think most people in here are in profit. I don't dare to ask. If anyone is brave enough to tell me he's still at a loss, then let me know. I'm just curious about the story. When did you buy? What was your strategy? How did you approach it yourself? Hey, MK. Good to see you. Yeah, so Bitcoin is going up again. We do see more CRO going back in line again with the fractal. So it's all going as it was supposed to. So it's good. One pump, $1. Soon, sir, soon. Well, at least that proves I watched them. I think it's very strategic. I don't know. So typically, guys, how it works, I don't know if you would know this, but listings or exchanges are not free typically. Are typically not free. Or or Robinhood has to make a shitload of money based on the fees they collect, or there's a party paying for the listing. So it might be that Crypto.com is saying, well, don't you worry about the market making. So what's market making? We have multiple exchanges all selling CRO. We got Crypto.com, we got Coinbase, we have eToro, we got on-chain. And because all these markets are operating separately, there can be a difference between one exchange and the other exchange. And typically that's solved with market makers. So market makers, they provide liquidity, but they also make sure that how do you say that? There's some price equality as well. And you can also earn money with that, by the way, because if you can buy CRO on Robinhood for, let's say, 24 cents, and you can sell it at crypto.com for 24.1, you make profit, right? But typically market makers are spending more in fees and in the actual AI or the system doing that than they do make in money. I'm staked, but with regular withdrawals, I can't top up my card. That's weird. I've never had that before, Mr. Boyjoy. You can ask the I think you have been asking the how's it called, support already. That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Did anyone have this before? Like any routine review of their account? Really strange. Mr. 313 Krogerai. 750,000 CRO. This man might become a millionaire in a few days. Crazy. Good to see you again, sir. Hey Valentine, I'm relatively new to crypto. Do you have like a book or a YouTube series for getting into the curves and so on? I don't have a book. I don't like books. Not to write them. These days, guys, there are so many books written by AI on, for example, Amazon. What do you want to learn though? If you want to read a book, I would say the Bitcoin Standard is a very good one to get started with. Maybe it's something I can do in the future though. But for example, what is it you want to learn, Valentine? Is it like the chart, or is it like, hey, how do I operate on a chain? What are you looking for? Like actual education on how blockchain works, or more like how do I get rich quick? Whoa, Boyjoy has a black car. Good stuff, sir. Skywalker, can I buy you a gift and ship it to you, sir? Unfortunately not at this moment, Skywalker. Unfortunately not. It's very kind of you though, sir. Very kind. Yeah, Boyjoy, the black card is an absolute flex. I have this one. And now when I whip it out, I'm like, yeah, boy. They can't even give you a timeline. How unfortunate. I think 15 days is way... I think they should start escalating this, especially if you are a private member. I think it should be time to escalate this, because 15 days is... You're missing out on 15 days worth of cashback. So that's, I would say, worth escalation. I have 4 million CRO ready to sell. How was the game against Fortuna, by the way, Martino? I was like, why is Fortuna playing in the Champions League? But I was completely confused there. Apparently, Eredivisie on a Wednesday. I got 4 million CRO to sell. I unstaked them a month ago from Jerry's pool. I accumulated all the way down from about 33 cents in the last bull run to 5 cents in 2021. Or to 5 cents, I think, recently. That's, I think you, sir, you figure it out. You know, you did your research. I think, guys, Martino is set for life. Valentine, you're, for example, speaking about cup and handles, and I do not know what it means. It's... I think the thing is, right, we have multiple charts, and the charts here, for example, this is like a cup. Like, you see cup, right? And this looks like a handle, like where you hold the cup of coffee typically. And the thing about these cups and these handles is that they have targets, the same as that, for example, here. Let me zoom in a bit more. This, for example, is called a falling wedge. A falling wedge pattern, which typically is bullish. If you want to watch a video, especially on this, I think you have to look for the Coin Bureau, very big channel on YouTube, and they have a series, I do believe, on so-called technical analysis. But it's not the most useful tool in crypto. I would say fundamental analysis is the most important. But I think it's really good that you want to learn. I think learning is always good, right? It's a tool. It's a tool in your toolbox, and it can't hurt to have more tools. A lot of crazy whales here. Aaron has 10k CRO. 10k, man, is still a very good amount. That's definitely going to get you a Jade soon. 2-0. 2-0. Prime. I'm still waiting for some Champions League cards. Of course, no Champions League and the Kuip this year, but maybe next year again. I'm in the UK and I can't add my card to my Apple Pay. So I don't get to use it that much. What you can try, Sean, you can go to your phone, download Curve Card, go to the App Store, download Curve Card. The Curve Card is one card to rule them all. It's a generic card, but you can add multiple credit cards or debit cards to that one Curve Card. That's, I think, the workaround that many UK people use, and I used it in the past. But I don't know why they still haven't fixed it yet for the UK users. I don't think with the black card you get access to Champions League launches every time. They do get some, like I've got a few tickets, but I don't think they get you like every game a new ticket. Oh yeah, Bjorn is also right. You can also just do typical chart analysis that's not necessarily crypto specific. That's true. Aiden, how do I add a rainbow chart? Unfortunately, sir, you can't. It's channel exclusive. Apologies, sir. Hey, Crypto Runner. I started with Ruby for 6 months back in the day, but now I've been holding to the Jade Green for 3 years already. That's really nice. 3 years already. Time flies, guys. Time flies. If you want to learn about crypto, Ron is saying, don't forget to learn about self-custody and hardware wallets. For example, see CryptoDad. CryptoDad is a good one regarding reviews on, for example, ledgers or anything like that. And also, he tries to explain it in a very calm and good way. So yeah, check it out. Martino still standing tight for a true alt season. Gonna flip my 4 million CRO into USDC later this year. It's gonna be very exciting. Let me know, Martino, when you pull the trigger if you want to. Curious about your decisioning. Mr. Klein Cherry, why do you buy this banner? This thing here, you can go to my description of the video, and I think it says somewhere called Assetwatch. And I think there's also like a discount code. If you use a discount code, you can get a bit of discount as well. It's Fortune Favors the Brave, FFTB. So, does anybody know why stablecoins are not allowed in Europe? Most stablecoins are allowed, but they have to be regulated in the MiCA bill. So, for example, USDC is allowed. The upcoming Crypto.com stablecoin is allowed. But USDT Tether has always been a bit of a black sheep in crypto. They never really allowed for any open books. Circle, though, Circle is a public company, and they say, well, you want to know how we store our actual reserves? Well, here you go. USDT is an exception there. So if anything, I would recommend to take a look at USDC. But I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of stable coins. I think they're a necessary evil. It's all to do with the regulation. I can't buy USDC on crypto.com. I live on in Europe, and I can. So I think you're missing out. You should be able to. Hey, Oscar, good to see you, sir. When 10k subs? Very soon, sir. It's going quite quickly now. We should be doing another Crowcast in about 10 more days. So I will be sending some more messages. Good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for coming by. You had a good live stream yesterday with the Fed. It was a bit of a nothing burger. Yeah, it was boring. But I'm glad to see that the S&P at least is rocking again. And so, guys, we're gonna close now. So I wanna show you quickly what I'm thinking. My final remarks again. This stream is called Crow New Hope because we're getting, unfortunately, not the true breakout like I was hoping for in the beginning of the stream. It seems like we get a bit of rejection here at this line. So we're getting ready for the breakout. Maybe not today. Maybe it is tomorrow. And if it's tomorrow, it's still absolutely fine. On Sunday, we'll check in again with a weekly close, 9 p.m. Amsterdam time. But I want to remind you all, if you add, for example, the MACD again, the MACD is showing you that we are heading into the right direction once more. We're heading into the right direction here. You can see 2 light red candles. We also have the ETF. The ETF is basically coming very, very soon. You can see here, breaking news, Crow ETF will be approved. It will be approved. Matter of time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in a week. Canary Capital says, well, guys, here you go. Start trading the Crow ETF. I would say expect a big candle to the upside then when we get that news. What else do we have? We have Coinbase. Coinbase is live. Guys, it's all happening. It's happening very quickly. We have 4 more weeks left in a traditional crypto cycle. Anything after that will be extra time. So make sure, guys, you are strapped in. And of course, to help me get to 10k subscribers, hit the subscription button and strap in. And of course, also hit that like button. If you have any questions, tomorrow we'll have a more detailed video about the ETF and also about the recent Coinbase listing. So check out that video as well. If anything else, the join the Discord link is in the description down below. Having said that, guys, strap in, have a good one, enjoy that evening, and let's crow! Let's crow!